officially getting my hair cut tomorrow, and why is it like flourishing? It's like, girl, don't do it. Don't you see us long, strong, and looking amazing and immaculate. Don't do it. Don't do it, but I'm gonna. Welcome back. We're gonna get right into it today. We are talking about why I cut my hair, okay? So I cut my hair Labor Day weekend. I'm about a month and a half now out from having my hair be this short. Y'all. So here's some video of me before I even cut my hair, like the day before I cut my hair, like going through some of my thoughts. I have been wanting to cut my hair and do a shortcut for like honestly a really long time. Like I remember when I really first wanted like the pixie cut, it was back when like Halle Berry, Catwoman, she came out stunting on motherfuckers. Stunting. She was killing it with that cute little baby. Like that was like the first time I've ever seen like a pixie cut and was like, yes. And then my mom went and took me to get my hair cut, and I got a mushroom cut. And then after that, like I got old lady rollers and old lady curls, and it was not giving. It was not giving. And honestly, like I cannot remember what my natural hair looked like because we always like straightened it. So I'm so excited and I'm so curious to take this like next step in the chapter, like with my hair, to like actually do a natural pixie cut, because like as much as I love my hair, and like when she is giving, we see her, she is giving, right? I love her, and like honestly I have cut it myself for like the past 7 years, but like I want a break. Okay, I'm gonna say what like every natural girl is like coming out to say. I'm gonna say what like every natural girl is coming out and saying, like, I'm tired. I am tired of detangling. I am tired of like the manipulation. Like I'm tired of trying to get all the frizzies down. Like I'm tired of like trying to get my edges together and slicked, and like I am tired. Being natural is a lot of work, even if you have short hair. I know it's like still not gonna be like super easy, but like I am tired, and like half the time, because I'm so tired, it just goes up in like my top ponytail, or it just gets slicked back into a bun, because like I don't want to deal with it. I don't like, and then I really am like lazy half the time, so it's like I should wash it and then I don't, and then it gets matted, and then I'm spending like 3 hours trying to detangle all of this, and it's like I'm ready to cut it off. I know I was having like second thoughts because she's looking really glamorous, and like they're looking like, girl, you really go. I'm really gonna do it. So this is the last like day. You know, I washed it out yesterday and I really enjoyed them today because we're getting them cut tomorrow, and I'm gonna bring you with me. I'm going to see Niani, and I'm super excited. And like, even though that was a whole ordeal that I will talk about after the cut, so yeah, say goodbye, because she's not gonna look like this for a while. Like honestly, I know it's gonna take at least 5 years to get it back to like here, because it is, I know it doesn't look like it, guys, but like it's down to my boobs. And obviously, you know, like shrinkage is real. Like it's long, it's so long, but like I'm good. Like this has been fun, and like I have really like grown into my natural hair, I would say, over like the last like year and a half with like COVID. Like the last 2 years I've definitely like really experimented. I did the braids, I did the passion twist, like I did all that, and like it was fun, but I was tired, you know. And then was like, and then even like the braids and stuff that was supposed to be like low maintenance, like that was like high maintenance. It was like crap, like they're starting to look frizzy, like my scalp is like in need of like mouth to mouth because it's dry, and it just is like awful. And like all of that was just work. It was just work, and I'm ready for it to just be like, nah, I'm just gonna wake up, get a little wet, let the curls do what they do, and I'm excited to see it. I'm excited. So this is my like pre-haircut thoughts, pre-haircut vibes, and I will take you with me to the salon tomorrow.
Life is just always mysterious and surprising. You never know what's around the next corner. You never know what's around the next corner.
Y'all ain't know I could be this bad with short hair. I know it. It's cool. It's cool. Hey, boo. So now that I'm about a month and a half out, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna go back, but it's really crazy because one of the things I have seen a lot of people mention, and it's so real, is like this weird sense of like freedom. Okay, so when you have like the desired curl pattern and you have long hair, there are so many people who place emphasis on that, and it's really hard not to feel like also tied to that. Like it was really hard, you know, for me to realize just how much of like, ooh, I'm bad, ooh, I'm a baddie was tied to the fact that I had longer curly hair. And I really doubted whether or not I would still vibe with myself when I cut it. And it's crazy how much more like feminine I feel, which I'm not sure is like an experience everybody has, but I don't know why, but like with the short hair, I feel way more feminine than I have felt in a really long time though. Like, okay, and it's so crazy. It's like so hard to like to say, because when she cut it, when Niani cut it, like, and after I let it sit for a while, it felt like such a big weight had been lifted off of me in so many ways. It was just like, you know, oh, you only cute because you got long hair. Like, oh, I'm only gonna love myself because I have long hair. Like, oh my God, what is everyone gonna think about? There was just a lot of weight in association I felt having long hair, and a weird amount of like guilt. Like it's just like so many people will be like, oh my God, you know what I would do if my hair was that long, and oh my God, you can never cut your hair. And and it was like crazy how much that repeated in my mind, that like it really made me freeze for such a long time, because I've been wanting to cut my hair since like 2019. Like I was talking about this in 2019 at least, you know, and maybe even before that. And like 2 years, it took me 2 years, and it just was like, why did I let something like that take so long? Like you know what I mean? And like now, you know, in a weird way, it's just like I feel more decisive. It's so I don't know how to explain it. I really don't know how to explain it, but it's just like, all right, like a lot of things I would like him and haw over for like obviously months, like weeks, months, years. It's like, no, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, because I feel like this was such a weird hurdle for me to have to get over. Like, and again, it seems so superficial. I know it does. I know it seems so superficial, but it's so wild. And I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna go back. Actually, like, I know I want to maintain this for at least another year or two. I plan to actually get it trimmed maybe a little bit shorter up top in November, because I tried, look, side note, y'all natural hair people be having me out here struggling, okay? Because you know how many videos I watch trying to get those finger waves? Like I was so excited, I'm like, I'm gonna cut my hair, I'm gonna do those cute little finger waves I always see. The amount of gel, the amount of like, and I've made like 4 good attempts at it, and like still no. And I can't decide like if I cut my hair a little bit shorter, because I really wanted to try the finger waves. I really do, but I also don't want to relax my hair. Like I don't want to do that again. So I was like, dang, like how am I gonna? So I will say that was one thing I was really like nervous about, because like I kind of mentioned before, my hair's been so long, and with all that weight, like I really didn't know what my true curl pattern was. And even this, like, you know, it's fairly long still, right? Like, but it shrinks up so much. Like I was so surprised just how much shrinkage I had, you know, and then how much my curl pattern, like I have a strong curl pattern. Like even though I know my hair is like a desirable curl pattern, like I have tried so many different gels and so many different like holding mousses to try and get those finger waves. It ain't going. It said nope girl, not for you. So I feel like it's been really fun kind of rediscovering my hair and the style, because like I mentioned, I don't even remember feeling it like this. Like just feeling it like this, even when my hair was like really short when I was young. It's just crazy. And I talk about this in some of my other videos, I really kind of suffer from like dry scalp and all that kind of stuff. So I really was hoping that also when I cut my hair, my other goal is really to like figure that out, like what the heck's going on, to really figure that out, like what the heck's going on with my scalp, like how can I get it nice and healthy and not so dry and all that kind of stuff. Like one of the things I always knew being natural is like what works on other people's hair won't work on mine. So I will say there were like the finger waves, some disappointments from like, oh, I could try this and I could try that, and I was like, nah. But the other nice thing, like one of the things I was mentioning is like, it was just so much work and I was tired. Like to comb through my hair now, like in the shower, like literally I could just spray it and actually comb through in like minutes, not even like a couple, like under 5 minutes. That's how quick. And it's like, I was sitting there spending so much time detangling my hair, like trying to like stretch out my hair and like do all this stuff. And I'm like, all I needed was to cut it, wash it, and add a little bit of mousse and just let it do what it do. You know, you know, and that seems so silly to say, but like one of the other realizations that I did want to talk about too is like, there really is no break for girls with natural hair, for girls with naturally curly hair. And I don't think enough people respect or talk about that. Like as we're like, oh, there's all this luxury in black women and luxury, and like getting your hair is a luxury, but like when you have natural hair, it's so difficult. Like the amount of friends that I was like, okay, who do you recommend to like do a curly haircut, knowing they had natural hair, like, and I'll be like, oh girl, I had to go to a friend, or I have a family member, like there's nobody out here. Like I literally got at best 3 recommendations of like natural hairstylists in the Detroit area, and then on top of that, like they were booked for months and months out. So it's like I had to know. I was trying to get an appointment at the beginning of August for my birthday, like mid-September, and places were already booked, like all the way through to basically October. And like, that's so wild. Like, and I was thinking about how wild that is. Like I could easily find some place who will press out my hair, give me a silk press, and give me a haircut like that. But to get a pixie cut on your own natural hair, to have somebody do a rod set to like do all that, there's no spontaneity. There's no like, ooh, I really want to get done up and I'm gonna go to the salon like today, tomorrow, whatever, and find somebody. Like you have to know that you need a break like a month, 2 months out, even to get an appointment at these places. And I feel like that to me was really, really disheartening and sad to see, because as we're seeing a lot of in social media, there's a lot of natural hair like burnout because of that. It's like, dude, it's a lot of work and there's never a break from it. Like when you go and get your silk press, it's a break, right? Like it's super easy. When you go and get braids, like it's nice and easy. And even though like for me, obviously maintaining like the really big braids was a lot of work, if you get like the smaller braids, they last a lot longer. But it's like, dude, there's no break when you're natural. There isn't. And so like to go from basically spending hours on my hair to spending like less than an hour, like, and it's so crazy. And then even to refresh it, it's so much quicker. Like if I was like, dang, I want to like do some twists, or I just want to like refresh my curls, with my hair being as long as it was, like that, it was hours. It was like, dang, I thought that was gonna take me like an hour, and it's like you in there like 2, 3, like, you know what, I might as well just wash it all the way over and like trying to detangle all of it. Like it was so frustrating. So like, if you're on the fence, all that to say, if you are on the fence, cut it off. It'll grow back, and worst case, if you hate it while it's short, you can wear wigs, and that is the next thing I'm like really excited to experiment on. Like I already have my eyes on like 2 different wigs, and I'm like, okay, I like cute little bob and it's like little wavy stuff. Like I see why people do it. It's just easy, and it makes sense, especially when it's like, you're like, I'm trying to do everything, right? Like you guys know I'm a content creator, and I have a day job. I'm an engineer by day. Like I take my own photos, I do my own videos, I do my own editing, like I do my own social media, I do my job, like I do everything. I wanted a break, and this, I didn't realize how much this would make me realize like, yeah, bro, I need to go ahead and just start outsourcing a lot of other things in my life, and I'm good. Like it's it's really hard to describe, but honestly, like they're right. When a girl like cuts her hair, there's a different energy. There really is. And that's not to say like it's superior to having long hair. It's absolutely not, right? And it's not to say it's not work, because there is work, but I don't know. Like I feel like I want to rock this at least for like a year, 2 years, and kind of see where I go from there. Like I might grow it back out and I might not. I don't know. That's it. That's why I cut my hair. I know I had gotten like a lot of questions, like where to go and all that stuff. And I will link, if you're in the Detroit area, like where you should go, who I recommend, or who was recommended to me. But like I said, you're gonna have to like, you know, be on it, because as soon as their like schedules open up, they book pretty darn fast. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.